Hey guys, Maroon here. Today's workout is we're gonna be using a mini band. So we're gonna perform 5 exercises using a mini band. We're gonna do 12 reps on each exercise and then repeat the circuit for 2 times. I'm gonna target back, arms, core, glutes, and legs. We're gonna start with a small dynamic warm-up. So I want you to join me and let's get set on a quadruped position. We're gonna start by moving the hips. So from here I need you to spread your fingers, make sure the wrist is under your shoulders, knees under your belly button. We're gonna start by the left leg and I'm trying to take the knee towards the opposite elbow or opposite wrist. I'm gonna lift up, kick the ceiling up without arching the lower back and then controlling the leg back down. I'm gonna reverse it, so I'm kicking the ceiling up, rotating the knee, bringing it forward, and then controlling down. We're gonna go one more rep. Try to go slow and try not to arch the lower back. So keep your back in the tabletop position, shoulder blades neutral. So to the side, open up the hips, kick the heels back, slowly control down. Reverse it all the way up, hip extension, internal rotate, bring your knee to the side and forward, control down. Let's go for one more rep. So this way, trying to move the hip into a circular motion without compensating with other joints. All right, go ahead and do the other side. So in this position, I'm going to start knee to opposite wrist, open up the hip, kick back without arching the lower back, slowly control down. You're trying to move 30% density in the air, so slow, controlled rotations. Kick back, bring the knee to the side, all the way circular motion forward, control it back down, one more rep. Reverse it, kick back. Alright, we're gonna stay in this position. We're gonna move the shoulders. So you're gonna lift your arm up and across, rotate, take it into full extension, slowly lower the arm by your side. Keep your arm close to your body, take it back, rotate from the shoulder, bring it up forward and across, and then control it back, forward, down. 2 more reps. So up, elbow to ear. When you reach your broad back here, start to rotate. Take your arm back. While I'm doing this, make sure the opposite elbow is not bent, so you're not leaning towards the other side. All right, go ahead and do the other side. Keep your arm close to your body when you extend your shoulder. When you reach your roadblock, drop your shoulder blades back and down, rotate, and bring your arm forward and across. You're keeping your neck neutral, so you're not looking up, you're not looking down. Your back is in a tabletop position. I'm gonna be from this side. Actually, let's be from this side so you can see my arm. I'm gonna still have one more rep. So up and across. Rotate, back, slowly control down, palms facing out, reverse it, all right, I'm gonna crisscross my fingers, slowly move the wrist. It's gonna be a lot of exercises on our body weight exercises. So you're gonna be putting pressure on the wrist, so let's make sure they're warmed up. So Last warm up, we're gonna start with your arm in a 90-degree angle. Spread your fingers. We're gonna move the wrist without moving your forearm. So the forearm stays neutral and you're trying to rotate from the wrist as much as you can without bending your fingers. All right. So that's a small warm-up. We're ready to start the first exercise. We're gonna keep on activating the glutes. I'm gonna use the mini band. Place it above your wrist, above your ankle, sorry. You're gonna start by hinging, so it's a deadlift position. So soft knees, hips back, arms on your hips. You're gonna start by lateral side steps, making sure going for a wide and a narrow step, always keeping your toes pointing straight forward and without hiking up the hips. So we're not lifting too much the hips, so we're keeping our knees soft, keep your hips back and forth. So wide step, narrow step, returning to hip width. Last one at the side. All right. So this is the first exercise. We're still warming up the hips. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and place the band below my knees. I'm gonna lay on my side. So it's similar to a clamshell, but it's called hip external rotation. So from this position, my knees are bent. I'm gonna place my heels on the floor, then land with the foot on the lower foot. And now from here, I'm gonna externally rotate, control slowly back. Externally rotate the hip. I'm gonna start to feel it on the side of the hips, then slowly control back. When I control back, I'm not going all the way down, so I'm not losing the tension in the band. Because the band is light, so that's why I'm placing it below the knee. If you have thick band, you can place it above the knee. So corkscrew your heels into the floor and then externally rotate back and then slowly control forward. Make sure you can place your arms on your hips to get a feedback on when you're shifting your hips backwards. Always the hips should be facing forward. So that's why I like placing your arm on your hips, give you feedback on just to stop where you feel like you're moving from the hip. And always keep the lower leg planted to the floor. 5 more. One more. Okay, let's go and switch. So same setup to the other side. So the more you bend your knees, the harder it gets. So heels on the floor, use your heels to corkscrew the floor into the floor so you can actually rotate and take your leg back. Hold for 1 second, feel the contraction, and then slowly control. Stop while you feel like there's still tension, and always keep pushing the lower knee down. That's a great way to strengthen the hips using just a mini band. Think of core, think of glutes. Four more. Last one. Alright, start to feel the burn on the side of the hips. That's a good sign that we're targeting the muscles that we're intending to work. Alright, so we're gonna continue with upper body exercise. I'm gonna place the mini band here on my wrist. So you're gonna be either standing or on your knees, doesn't matter. So from this position, I'm gonna pull my arms apart, but keep them shoulder level. And now from here, we're gonna work some shoulder blade rotation. So I'm lifting up my shoulder blades, I'm squeezing them towards my spine, I'm sliding them down and then pushing them forward. So up, back, down, forward. While I'm doing this circular motion, I'm keep pulling my arms apart. Always watch out the lower back. Try not to arch too much to the lower back. Tuck your pelvis in. Try not to hike up with the shoulder, so it's a small elevation of the shoulder blade. So you're not shrugging up, you're just lifting up the shoulder blades. You're squeezing your shoulder blades towards your spine. You're dropping your shoulder blades down, and then you're pushing them forward. 3 more. Okay, we're gonna do the reverse. So you catch your breath. Come again here. So start by squeezing them first towards the spine. Lift them up, push them forward, then drop them down. We're doing the reverse. We're gonna go for 6 reps. Always make sure when you push your arms forward, keep them shoulder level. Keep your arms shoulder level. Or shoulder width. Okay. We're gonna continue. Now we're gonna place the band above your elbows. Again, we're gonna do the same that we're doing, but this time in a closed chain. So meaning that my arms are on the floor or my palms on the floor. We're gonna do the same. So bring your wrist a bit in front of your shoulders. For more challenge, you can keep your elbows soft. Knees under your belly button. Maybe from this side. And then you're not arching, you're keeping your back in a tabletop position. Same thing, you're gonna start by squeezing your shoulder blades towards the spine, elevate them up, forward, down. Try to keep it smooth, circular motion. So I'm inhaling while I'm squeezing them back and up, and exhale while I bring them forward and out. Keep your elbows soft, that makes it a bit harder. Try only to move the shoulder blades, and you're not compensating with the lower back nor with your neck. You're not bending the elbows too much. Alright, now reverse it, squeeze back, drop them down, forward and up. One more. All right. Good. It's fine if you don't have that much control over your shoulder blades and you feel your back is moving, but with practice you'll get there. And it's important to strengthen the shoulder blades because it will help you in any pushing exercise. Speaking of pushing, we're gonna do a push-up position variation. But before that, let's go ahead and place the band once again above your knees. So there's 2 variations of this exercise. I'm going to give you the regression. I'm going to go for the progression. So the exercise would be a push-up on all fours. So the regression would be just doing a push-up like this. And the progression is doing the push-up while lifting your knees above the floor. And then when you do the push-up, you're going to pull the knees apart. Now from here, you're going to lift opposite limb. Rotate, land, kick on the side. When you're gonna return back, you're gonna lift your heels again. Keep your leg close to the floor when you bring it back, and then limbs come back at the same time. Same thing, lift opposite limbs, rotate, land the heel, kick on the side, lift the heel, keep your knee close to the floor, and control here. So 1 push-up, 2 side kick throughs. Let's get set. Spread your fingers. Make sure you're grabbing the floor with your fingers. One push-up. Lift, rotate, kick, lift. The slower the better. Always pulling your knees apart. That will activate also the whole body. If you feel it's too much with the band, you can take the band out and then keep going, just your body weight. The closer you keep your knees to the floor, the more you control you have on the transition. 2 more. Last one. Woo, that's tough. All right, let's catch our breath. And let's bring the band above our ankles. We're gonna finish with core. So we're gonna be in a plank position. We're gonna do a leg march, 10 reps, and then side steps. So in this position, march in place. 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly put your legs down, keep your shoulders above the wrist. Now step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Let's have a minute break, guys. Catch our breath, drink some water, and then we go for round 2. Okay, round 2. We're gonna start by the band lateral walk. So from a hinged position, hips back, knees soft. You're gonna start with my feet hip width, arms on your hips. Gonna go wide, now return to hip width. Try not to hike up too much with the hips. Stepping back and forth. Keeping your toes pointing straight. Start to feel the burn on the sides of the hips. And keep the tension in the back, especially when you go for the narrower step. So you're not bringing your feet super close together, so you're not losing the tension in the back. Now try not to drag, so I'm not dragging my foot, you're lifting your foot off the floor. That's a great way. If you have also knee pain, strengthening your hips will take the load away from the knees and keep your knees healthy. All right. Exercise 2, Gonna place it, this time I'm gonna place it above the knees so I can get more external rotation. Setting myself in this position, straight torso facing forward, my shoulder in front of me, my palms pointed down, face down, heels on the floor. When I external rotate, feel it in the side of the hips, pulling my knee towards the floor and then controlling back. Always make sure to use the force of your heels to push it into the floor. That way you can more external rotate and feel it more on the side of the hips. And then the hard part is to control it slowly forward. So it's hard, it's easy to pull apart, but it's hard to slowly control back. Two more. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, more. Okay. Upper body exercise, working the back and the arms. So I'm placing it now on my wrist, tucking my pelvis in, or you can even be on your toes. In this position. So up, back, down, forward. Always pulling your arms away from each other so you can keep the tension in the mat. When tucking your pelvis in, so you're only focusing on the upper back and keeping the lower back from moving or from arching. Reverse it. So reverse is squeezing your shoulder blades together towards the spine, lift them up, push them forward, and slowly control them down. 3 more. Okay, let's continue. This time above the elbows. Make sure it's a light band placed above the elbow. Okay, in this position, wrist a bit forward, in front of the shoulders, soft your elbows, soften the elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades towards the spine, lift them up, forward, down. So shoulder blades towards each other or towards the spine, elevate, push them apart and drop them down. I'm gonna be from this side, then we're gonna do the reverse. You're gonna start by lifting up the shoulder blades, squeezing them back, down, forward. So up, down, back, forward. Same thing, try to keep your lower back neutral and keep your elbows a bit soft. If that's too hard, you can lock them. Two more. Try not to lead with the neck. That's some compensation that I see people doing. Either arching the lower back or leading with the neck. So they're shifting the neck back and forth. So watch that. This way, you make sure that you're doing the exercise right. Okay, back to pushing. So, I place the band above the knees. Alright, so in a push-up position or on a quadruped position, I'm gonna spread my fingers. I'm gonna push or push up, pull the knees apart, lift the limb, land, kick, lift the heel, keep my knees close to the floor, then limb come down at the same time. Last one. All right. I'm gonna finish with plank or plank variation. So leg march and then side steps. So you're landing softly, keeping your shoulders above the wrist. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, get your breath, we're gonna do the side steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it's important to keep a straight line from head to toe while you're in the plank position so you can do the steps. All right, that's it for a short mini band workout. Let's go ahead and stretch a bit. So we worked a lot of glutes. So the best way to stretch them is laying on your back, trying to push or pull the thigh towards you, feeling the stretch on the side. In this case, in the right side or the left side of my leg. With every exhale, I'm trying to pull my knee out while keeping my ankle neutral, so I'm not kicking with the ankle. If that's too hard, you can land with your heel on the floor and try to pull your knee out or push your knee out. All right, let's do the other side. There's always one side that feels tighter than the other. My right is tighter than the left, so it's fine. There's always imbalances in the way. Feel the stretchy on the side of the part of the leg. 2 more reps, more breath. Alright, from here let's stretch the shoulders a bit, or the shoulder blades. The other stretch that you can do for the shoulder blade is from this position. You're gonna bend the elbow and try to reach underneath. That's good for the shoulder blades and your upper back. Breathe there. Alright, let's do the other side. here, bending the elbows. You're reaching the other side down. And relaxing, you're trying to reach further. Alright, the last one, I'm gonna place my wrist here and then try slowly lean back, get the stretch of the forearms and the wrist. I'm gonna finish by placing your wrist in this position or palms. Keeping your shoulder blades back and down and pressing your elbows down while keeping your wrists close to each other. Alright guys, that's it for the mini band workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care and I'll see you in the next video.